everyone, today I would like to show you a configuration box that I altered again. I used the Prima Almanac paper collection. It was my favorite one last year, and I still have a little bit left. The box looked like this before, and I painted it black with acrylic paint first, and then I started adhering the papers. I will show you the back side first. I still have to sign it, and I covered the sides as well, and I used some foil tape and I embossed it, and I tore it into some pieces. And I was inspired for this technique by Miranda, who is Miss Liberty 25, but I'm sure you all know her. And I did that on this side as well, and on the bottom as well. And I went over everything with gesso and snow tacks to give it some texture. And I adhered a key here, and I made some charms, and I adhered some paper from the collection, and I have some beads here. I guess we'll start at the top. I created this big rose. Most of the flowers I created myself. This cherry blossom is from my stash. And here I have some more flowers, and this is a beautiful die. It's this die from Noor Design. And let me put this down. I use this particular one here. And I will put the link to a shop who sells internationally in the description box below, in case you international ladies would like to order some of these dies. We have a shop in Holland who ships internationally, and there's also one shop in the US. So I will put both of the links in the description box below. And here's a piece of that die cut, and here as well. And I distress everything with my distressing tool and with the black soot distress ink. And here are some more flowers, and a wooden spool with some twine and a little clothespin. And this corked vial was given to me by Linda, who is Live Art Now here on YouTube. Thank you so much, Linda. And I used a piece of the paper collection and fussy cut it as a label. And I created these boxes out of the paper. And here's another homemade rose. And here as well. And here I have a wood veneer butterfly. And let me see. I have a metal corner piece here. And I went over it with gesso. And this is some pink flat back pearl trim that was given to me by Linda as well. Thank you so much, Linda. And this lace here was given to me. I'm sorry, by my mother-in-law. I believe she bought this in Turkey, so thank you so much. And here's a homemade rose and a big light bulb. It's a car light. And here I have a bobbin, and I wrapped around some twine and I adhered it all over the place. And some pearls, and this is a cherry blossom from my stash. And here's a Martha Stewart butterfly. And this is the next compartment. I used this frame. It was a shiny silver frame, and I went over it with gesso and black acrylic paint and gesso again. And I adhered a piece of paper here from the collection. And I have a wooden spool here with some lace that goes all the way around here. And here I have another homemade rose. It got covered up a little bit, but it still shows a bit. And this is a fabric flower that I bought from a local store. And here I have a dice and another cherry blossom that I watercolored with my distress ink tattered rose. It matches the paper collection perfectly, I think. And here's an acrylic piece. And here's a fabric flower from my stash. And here I made a charm and I punched out a circle from the paper collection and I covered it with, oh I'm sorry, glossy accents. And here is a altered clothespin and another homemade rose, and here's another fabric flower in the background. And I covered these boxes with some lace here, and this lace was given to me by Annie, who is Miss Garden Grove 1 here on YouTube. Thank you so much, Annie. I had a lot of fun using this beautiful lace in my box, and I will put the link to Annie's blog shop in the description box below. And this lace was given to me by Annie as well, and I used most of it now. So I really love this lace. It's cream colored and it's beautiful. Thank you so much, Annie. And here I have some black flat back pearl trim from my stash. And I love making these dimensional dress forms, and I was inspired by Miranda, and I will put the link to her awesome tutorial in the description box below. I really love making these and putting them on my projects. So and here I have a butterfly that I punched out with the Martha Stewart punch, and some more flat back pearl trim here, and some lace from my mother-in-law. And let me see, here's another wooden spool with some lace that goes all the way down here. And this is an altered domino piece. I fussy cut an image of the paper collection. And this is another homemade rose. And here's a clay piece, a clay flower that I received from Linda. Thank you so much, Linda. I used a lot of the goodies that you sent me, and I had a lot of fun using them. Here's another acrylic piece and another butterfly. I'm sorry for the glare. And here I have a tiny clothespin, and this is a pink rose from my stash. And here's another corked vial, and I fussy cut this image from the paper collection as well. And this is my all-time favorite charm, the spoon. And here's a art tile. I used a Scrabble piece to create this one, and Linda has a tutorial on how to create these art tiles, and I will put the link to her video in the description box below as well. And this is a beautiful butterfly, and I will show you the die that I used. It's this one, and I used this particular one here, this one, and I really love this die. It's one of my favorites. And let me see, did I miss something? Oh, here's another fabric flower from my stash. And here I have a charm. We call this an oil lamp. I don't know if that makes sense in English, but that's what we call it, so I hope I'm making sense here. And here's a flower from my stash. And here's another homemade rose and a pearl and another art tile that got covered up a little bit. This is a chipboard piece from the collection. It goes all the way down. And this is a beautiful metal butterfly that was given to me by Linda as well. Thank you so much, Linda. And this is a fabric flower from my stash, and this one as well. And I saved some stems of the flowers, and I made these curly cues here. And this beautiful metal flower was also given to me by Linda. You have been spoiling me. Thank you so much, Linda. I love using these on my projects. And I created this flower out of white cardstock, and I used my Kaisercraft music note stamp and the frayed burlap distress ink to color it. And this is the same lace that I used here, that was given to me by Annie. Thank you so much, Annie. And some black fat back pearl trim. And I have a ruler here. It's a wooden ruler. And here's another corked vial. And another homemade rose here. And a Martha Stewart butterfly. And this is a chipboard piece from the collection, and I lined it with a black marker and I went over it with gesso. And here I have a wooden spool and another flower from my stash. And this is a beautiful pair of scissors charm that was given to me by Linda as well. And let me see, here's some twine that goes all the way around. And here I have a acrylic bead and another homemade rose, a cherry blossom, and this button was given to me by my stepfather. I believe it belonged to his military clothes, and there's a lion. I don't know if it shows, but I really love to use this vintage button. So, and this is the last compartment. I used a wood veneer flower here, and the lace goes all the way down here. And I wanted to create some drawers, and initially I wanted to use these matchboxes, but I will show you they were too deep and I wanted to stick them out a little bit but not too much, so I thought I would create my own little drawers, and they are functional. You can take them all out. Maybe I'm going to fill them with some small goodies, and I created these drawer pulls with some beads, glass beads, and some wire. You can see it here on the back side. So that was my configuration box, and I really had a lot of fun creating these. I am kind of addicted to them, and I created this for a wonderful friend, and I hope she will like it, and I hope you like it too. And I want to thank you so much for watching and always leaving me such sweet and supportive comments. And I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.